So yeah, I just thought about doing this other video um, just now. I thought it'd be a good reason to talk about it, and that is why I don't tell people I've got Aspergers. And throughout, ever since knowing that I do have Aspergers, um, I've always kept it to myself. It's always been that big secret of mine. And to this day, it still is a secret. And the obvious reason why I do keep it as a secret is I feel like a lot of people will treat me like I'm lesser than, like, wants to find out I've got a condition like Asperger's or I'm on the autism spectrum. Like, they'll just treat me like I'm beneath them, like I'm a lower class citizen, like I don't have the same rights as everyone else, and like like yeah, I'm just not one. I'm not one of them, and just many other reasons. Like ultimately, just like I'm less of one, basically. But yeah, this is a topic I can get quite emotional about. I'm quite passionate about it and stuff. And I could spend all day talking about it and listing why I don't fucking tell people why I've got Asperger's. And I feel like there's a large group, especially people who have autism and like the woke side of autism and stuff, that class themselves as being part of the autistic community. No, that bullshit. Just don't get that. They just don't understand it. It just doesn't register in the brain why I keep Asperger's to myself. And in all honesty, it's my right to keep it to myself. This is personal stuff. Asperger's does not define me. I'm just Ben. I'm not Ben with Asperger's. I might as well get it tattooed on my head if that was the case. I'm not one that wears it on, wears autism on the sleeve and all that shit. And but yeah, I just get the feeling that, and I do think there probably is people out there that would treat me like I'm just a lower class citizen, like, and I just don't have the same rights as them and stuff, like similar, like, but I've got no time for those sort of people. They can just get to fuck, like, and but yeah, it's my whole right to keep it to myself because I just don't think people understand that. Certain people probably don't. Like a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about today is just, it could very much just be in my head, but I just think like that is the case sometimes. Like one of my biggest fears is being treated like I'm disabled, like I'm not functional, like I'm a bit fucking retarded and all that shit. Like I'm just proper thick and everything. And luckily, Asperger's it's an invisible disability, so I can keep it as a secret. Like if I had something like Down syndrome or something, like I'd feel like fucking shit, to be honest. That's just my honest opinion, to be honest, and just I don't have a problem with Asperger's or people with Asperger's. Like people have their own personal experience with it and their own personal feelings about it. I don't think it is something to be ashamed of, and I'm not saying you should be ashamed of it. But what I'm saying is, unfortunately, there's people out there that treat you lesser than them. It doesn't. Sometimes they might not mean it, but because they're probably just a bit thick, a bit arrogant, they're a bit sheltered and all that fucking shit. That they just can't help it. It's how they are, and obviously you might just get your nasty ones that just do it on purpose as well. But I think the majority of people are not bad people. Like them, it's more chances are that they won't mean it. That's just how they are. It's what they naturally go for. Like just they might just see you as lesser than them, and you're a bit thick and just something not quite right about you and all that. Whereas really, I just want to be on everyone else's level, like normal. Like yeah, and like I just want to be seen as a normal person, just Ben. That's it. Like I might have a bit of an interest in this and that and just all that fucking shit and stuff. But one of my biggest fears is being treated differently because I've got Asperger's. I've got that fucking label. I think I've come to accept that I do have Asperger's, but what I can't accept is being treated differently and stuff like that. If there's no reason or like medically, like if there's no reason for Asperger's to be brought up, I don't want to be associated with it. I just fuck off with that. Just I'm not interested. And that's why I had a problem with like school and stuff because I didn't want to be associated with the label and be categorised into a box, but it felt like you didn't really have a choice. And sometimes looking back at it, I wished I'd voiced my opinion more and maybe protest my thoughts and stuff a bit more, like I don't know, refusing to do my work because of this or that, which probably would get me expelled and end up in a special needs school or something if that had happened. But what I see about looking back at my experience at school, I just don't think it really got me anywhere, to be honest. So I might as well have done. But yeah, um, just And I do think like certain people I'm around, like certain family members that are around that probably does treat me a bit retarded, but they just can't help it because like of the modern world, like especially like younger people, they act a bit robotic. Like it's like they're programmed into acting a certain way, especially these liberal types and these like younger people. They put on a mask and stuff, and I feel like people like my sister. This could easily just be in my head, but I think there is that examples of people like this out there. But like my sister, I think the way she acts, she's very liberal in thinking, like more liberal than I am. Like she has to be politically correct and stuff, and all that fucking shit. But I feel like she might treat me a bit like I'm a bit retarded, a bit lesser than. She won't call me like I'm a retard, but she might, don't know, baby a bit. But I don't know if that's just her feminine side, I don't know. Or because I've been supported living, like a few support workers that I've had that kind of like baby you and they talk to you in a certain way, like you don't have the mental capacity to do stuff or think for yourself or do this or do that, where they'll just baby you or they'll act like a mother hen around you and shit. But that this is coming more from like females, like a lot of females can be like this, and not saying all of them, like some who are alright, some I probably just don't give a fuck really, but a lot of like the mother hen types where they'll baby you and they'll just talk to you like you're dumb, like you just don't have it up in that head of yours to do things in a normal way. And yeah, like with my sister, like she's because of her like liberal way of thinking, she's one of them where she'll like she commented on something yesterday. Like I went out to the cinema with her yesterday. She talks about because she's like a massive Taylor Swift fan and she's into all this like modern music like Charlie XCX and all that, and they comment on the distaste for straight white men. I'm a straight white male, but why does she treat me like she's all right with me? Well, these days, I think back in the days she treated me like I'm some fucking dick, but these days she's all right with me. I don't know. Ever since me getting ill or something or stuff like that, she's treated me like I've not really had any problems with her. But it's got me thinking: is she just treating me like I'm a bit of a retard or something, and babying me a bit? I don't know. But I'm a straight white male, but I don't know if she sees me as, I don't know, celibate or something. Because I don't really have much luck with the ladies. Just shit like that. Something that could easily be in my head, but I don't know, it gets me questioning, like thinking the worst and all that. But that's just one of my biggest fears, just being treated differently just because I've got a label, just because I've got a condition. That's just one of my biggest fears in life. Like nothing had pissed me off more about than someone treating me differently. Just because I've got a label, just because I've got Aspergers. That'll make me go fucking ape shit, go fucking mental, go a bit chimpanzee and all that shit. Nothing will piss me off more. And that's why I keep it to myself. Like I'm very open about my Asperger's on this channel. but I try and keep my identity as anonymous as possible. And I don't have a lot of people watch me anyway. I've got 2 viewers really. Someone I've met on fucking YouTube and one of my fucking old fucking school teachers, all that fucking shit. But I don't know. That's just another reason why I'm very open here. Like I'm very much myself. I've no filter or anything on this channel other than not showing my face. And yeah, just because I just don't think the YouTube algorithm doesn't push my stuff out there anyway. But yeah, that's just one of my biggest fears in life, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know what else to say on that. I want to try and get everything that I can off my chest. And sometimes I'll forget to mention something and I might just, I don't know, get me down a bit. But yeah. Does anyone else relate to this? Let me know in the comments. Catch you in another video. Goodbye.